All right, so this is a great question. How to stop lunging at dogs on the walk. So, you know, for us, it's really mostly like a timing issue. I mean, yeah, we want to have tools on there that help us like control the dog's eyes. And I know this person, and yeah, they've completed a board and train. Dog's e-collar trained on the prong collar, all of that good stuff. So we're on good tools to help communicate that information. So I'd probably just be looking at the timing, right? The loading. Okay. So basically what you want to be looking for is that like when your dog ears go forward and forehead wrinkles, that's when you want to start making some moves, okay? And we also want to be thinking about, giving our dog space. The closer our dog is to the trigger, the more intense their reaction is going to be, right? So typically what we would do is like if we're walking and we see it, the reason why the bubble can be helpful is because if we're moving on the same line, right, we're heading right towards each other. I mean, that's going to make things really difficult. So when we're walking, if you're coming this way and I'm going towards you and I just create this little bubble, that direction change alone can be like, oh, now we're going this way, right? And the dog is now passing here, and then we just bubble back in. Sometimes that can be the end of it, okay? Now, the other side of that is like, I'm going to create that bubble, but if the dog starts to look over here, I'm going to use my leash and just like bring them back over, right? I want to control those eyes, okay? And if the dog's really intense or something, I might emphasize that with a little e-collar tap, and now we're moving this way, right? And again, we're not talking about like earth-shattering things. It's just like communicating like, hey, we don't need to worry about that dog. We're going this way, okay? And oftentimes that direction change though can, but yeah, that would be the first thing I would try is create that bubble. If you can't create that bubble, I might even just change my direction entirely, right? So if for some reason I don't have any options in that mode, I might just like turn around, and then as I've turned around, I'm gonna watch my dog. Are they trying to look back? I'm gonna use my leash, say, hey, keep your eyes up front. And then I'm going to maybe I'll look back, see what that dog is doing before I start to turn back around in that direction, It just might be the thing that we have to do as we're working through this stuff with our dog. It's like, I think it's important to recognize or just to remember that like things are going to pop up and you might have to, change what you had in mind in order to help your dog be successful, right? So if that means we're heading up the road, oh, but I see this thing coming and I don't really have any outs, then I'm just going to turn around and start walking back. It's not a knock on you for turning around and just being like, hey, we're gonna tackle this a different way. It's not like, oh, we always have to go, oh, yep, dog's coming, so I'm just gonna like muscle through this kind of a thing. It's I don't like to do that, and I don't think that's very helpful. So, if you need to change directions, change your whole trajectory of what your walk looks like, then do that, right? You always want to do the things that you need to do to help your dog be successful and not, just like trudge along, just because like maybe that's what we think we should be doing or something like that, okay? So yeah, try that direction change. If that's not, if that's not working on its own, then you want to just be watching your dog's eyes. Are they scanning, things like that? Use your leash. Just keep the eyes up front,